Come here. Here's my friend Little Red. And this is how I made friends with a red squirrel. Initially, I made a good connection with the local chipmunks. But then one day the chipmunks noticed someone else had joined the party. It was a curious baby red squirrel. And they pummeled him. Yikes. He dusted himself off and recovered. I comforted him and just listened as he sorted out his thoughts and feelings. After that day, he'd come visit, we'd have snacks, we'd hang out, and I'd introduce him to some friends. This is Ashley, and she thinks Little Red has a big bum. Little Red introduced me to his friends too. Here's when I helped him win a game of hide and seek. When someone's going through a hard time, we shouldn't always try to jump in and solve it for them. They're smart enough. They can do it on their own. Sometimes they just want someone to listen and understand. So whatever you're going through, here's a little hug from Little Red. This was an unbelievable workout I had on my bike. First of all, I couldn't even get on my bike. I can't take both of you. This is a one-seater bike. You know? Violet, you gonna pedal for me? You do the pedals for me? Eh? Is that what you're gonna do? Come on. Oh, you're gonna put the helmet on? Come on, Peaches. All right, you ready? First of all, I had to stop and help Noodles, the baby snake, to cross the road. Toodles, Noodles. Then I came across Donatello. He was also on the road, and I had to stop and help him cross and avoid oncoming traffic. Then I came across Pretzel, the baby snake, and I had to help Pretzel cross the road. This is why I named him Pretzel. Have a good life, Pretzel. Then I came across another thing, thought it was a turtle. It was a piece of trash. Decided to take that home. And then I decided to give a little taxi ride to this fly. Here's my workout stats. Calories, who cares? Speed, who cares? Distance, who cares? Here's what does matter. 2 snakes, a turtle, and a piece of trash. That's a good workout. This is how I became a raccoon uncle. A raccoon broke my bird feeder. Instead of being negative or judgmental, I tried to be her friend. She didn't mean any harm. She was just really curious.
This one. There you go, yeah.
And really hungry. I earned her trust. So one day she came to the door so I could meet her babies. They were the highlight of our summer. And we became like family. Let's go chipmunk fishing. Start by collecting the peanuts that have the stems still attached. We're gonna go fishing for bush babies. Here's one, chipmunk and oh, snap my line. Here's a good looking chipmunk lurking in the bushes. Looks like she weighs around 2.5 ounces. Got it. Here we go. Bam, caught ourselves a bush ballerina. Now we're gonna fish the railing. The feisty chipmunks use many comical fighting styles to try to take the bait. Here's the ninja. There's the slug. That's the drama queen. And this one here, right here, boom, that's the wildcat. Now I've got the biggest stem ever on this peanut. We're gonna go fishing for the big one, the lunker that lurks by the shed. You can see it standing there tall in the grass. Spotted the bait. It's coming over. It's go time. Here we go. The chipmunk is speed bagging the bait. It's time to set the peanut. And up. And got it. Boom. Catch of the day. That's a 5-ounce chipmunk right there. Catch and release. So I was working outside all summer and the chipmunks would come around every day to see what I was up to. Sometimes I was reading and sometimes the chipmunks would pretend that they could read too. They'd pretend they could read the big books just so that we'd think they're smart. I kept some snacks around so I could help them stuff their cheeks and make cute faces. No matter what's going on in life, you can always get a boost in your mood by looking at something cute. It's like therapy. For example, did you just step in a puddle and get a wet shoe? Well, to help you stay strong, here's some chipmunk therapy. Do you sometimes feel like you're burning yourself out and still people don't appreciate you? Well, we appreciate you. So here's some chipmunk therapy. Or how about this? Do you have a crush on somebody and they gave you their phone number so you gave them a phone call but you were really nervous so you stuttered and repeated yourself a bunch of times, then you hung up mid-sentence, and now you would do anything to erase that message? Well, you could always have better luck tomorrow. In the meantime, here's some chipmunk therapy. This is how I became friends with Elmo the blackbird. I was on a nature walk and decided to wing it and offer him sunflower seeds. We had a good connection after that. Being offered food is one way animals may experience what love is all about. Normally, blackbirds are feared for being aggressive, but really they're just good at setting boundaries. We have to train people how to treat us. Lily the deer thought she could eat all these endangered lily pads, but Elmo trained her to leave them alone. Buster Rabbit is busting out of here before he gets the same treatment. You might be wondering how Elmo got so buff and tough. He likes to exercise by lifting weights. Eventually I met his tweetheart Emma. Clearly Elmo's a legs man. For date night, I introduced him to my tweetheart Ashley, and he showed us his baby daughter Elsie.
Oh my gosh.
She's such a little tweety. And Elmo is an impeccable father. This is a beak performance by the feather of the year. Let's be more in love with nature. This is how I made friends with a squirrel. When I first met this squirrel, it was winter and she was cold and hungry. She had a skin condition that led to a loss of fur, which can be fatal for squirrels because of exposure to cold temperature. She put her little life in my hands. Literally, one day she jumped into my palm. After speaking to some experts, I went into the forest to give her the medicine she needed. I also started to bring her coconut oil covered seeds and other snacks to help her coat of fur recover so she could stay warm and survive. Months passed. Whenever I came to the forest, she'd come running to find me. Her fur grew all the way back in and she seemed happy and healthy, living her little life in the woods. I was trying to follow the example of St. Francis of Assisi, who treated animals as little brothers and sisters in spirit. I decided to fall in love with this woodland creature and be a friend she could lean on in her time of need. And I learned that even little beings, just like this one, can have a big impact in opening our hearts to a greater love.